Hello everybody, how's it going? This is Nemna, welcome back to another Hunter Guide. This time we're doing Beast Mastery, because I've been playing this one as my main spec for a while, and I've kind of got a much better understanding of how it is, and you know, it's not as simple as people like to think it is. However, it's still kind of easy. So let's start off with talents. Now, I think Dyer's Stable is great because it's quite easy. For one thing I'll explain a bit later is you really need focus. A lot. Because this guy's for PvP, obviously, as you can see by the title. But for the most part, most of this is going to be about arena. I'll also cover some stuff for like just more casuals. And I don't know about RBGs because I don't do RBGs because I'm a hunter. And if you're doing RBGs as a hunter, you don't need any spec. You don't need a spec. You're just sitting at a base, and as soon as someone comes, you tell people, and they help you because you're gonna die otherwise. Next, I go with Stomp. Chimera Shot's more fun because it's an extra button to press, but one thing I found out when I was doing PvE is Stomp does a lot of damage. And let's see here. This is from a lot earlier. Can I see my fights? Oh crap! Oh my god. Here it is. Steve. This is from I think threes. My last threes match I did earlier, and Stomp did the most damage. It could potentially do 150k, which is pretty decent. You know, it does do a little bit, but it does a lot because you know you get your Dire Beast procs, and it does a Stomp each time. It's a bit concerning with CC. You have to be very careful. If you have a target that's Wyvern Sting or something like that, you should probably refrain from using this Dire Beast until they move away, so that way you can, you know, not break CC. Let's change that because the last person I played with had a very inappropriate name. Next, obviously Post Haste. These two are garbage, and I wouldn't even consider this. Bestial Fury is great. You know, it's really the only choice. These other two are really bad. 15% chance. This, I don't know, I wouldn't bother. Just go with Bestial Fury because you're mostly going to be working with Bestial Wrath, which, with this Honor talent here, Beast Within has a minus 15% cooldown. So you can use it quite often, which is nice. And Blink Strike is just unfortunate. It's good for, I like Blink Strikes for Battlegrounds because your pet, you know, if you've ever had that struggle, where he's just, you know, flopping around, you know, you want to fight someone, and then they jump down, like, into the middle of Temple of Katmagu, and then you have to watch as your pet just waddles to him, you know. Blink Strikes can be nice for that. Next, for the most part, I run Wyvern Sting. I have a focus macro for it. I have a few macros I'll post in the description below. If you want, I'll also show them here, too, in a second. For the most part, I am Wyvern Sting, just because it's a great CC. Binding Shot can be good. It's really dependent on comp, but for the most part you're running Wyvern Sting, and if you're doing something other than arenas, Binding Shot's pretty good too. But if you guys, it's very situational. Like if you guys are curious about a certain comp that, you know, feel free to ask me and I can help you out there. But I can't really cover every single comp, especially since I haven't played every single comp yet. I played KFC, Beast Cleave, Sug, and Cupid, but not extensively. Next, Murder Crows. Murder Crows definitely. They're actually nerfing. On Tuesday they're nerfing Barrage for Beastmaster, I believe. So it makes it even less viable. So definitely just go with Crows. It's very nice. Burst is always nice. And then this whole line I hate, but Killer Cobra is pretty good. I'll show you guys soon what you do. Just when Beast Wrath is active, Cobra Shot resets it. So basically, when you go for your burst, you know, you kill command, Cobra Shot, kill command, Cobra Shot, kill command, Cobra Shot. You get the gist of it. It's pretty decent. Okay. Next, I'm Undead, so I go with this Gladiator's Medallion. If you're like in, there's some situations Relentless could be okay. I've been trying to test it out. I kind of like Relentless against Rogue Mage, like Rogue Mage Priest or something, because, or like Mage Druid, Rogue, whatever, you know, because they'll spam you a lot with CC like earlier today. I regretted not going Relentless because I got triple DR polyed and triple DR cloned a lot in that match. I think we still won, but it was really obnoxious because I was out of the game. But against shorter, like if you're an orc, like Relentless is really good against any stuns. So TSG, Turbo, even Rogue comps, you know, Relentless is really solid. I expect this to get nerfed sometime, but not currently. Next, I go with quick shots. I'm not like too knowledgeable with this one, but I like quick shots just because it reduces the cooldown of things. So 7.15 seconds. Oh, at least I thought it did. Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, this is an honor talent, duh. But quick shot, it's whatever. They're all pretty bad. Focus fire isn't good because as soon as you get hit, it's worthless. I mean, it can be good situationally, but I don't really want to say too much. Next, for the most part, cat-like reflexes is really good because most comps you're gonna face are going to be melee. You know, survival, like if they don't have melee, then you don't need this. Like, this one's really good against Affliction Warlocks, and I guess maybe Boomkins. I don't know. I don't know how strong Boomkin dots are. Like, I think they rely mostly on their burst, but Affliction Warlock is great. One thing to know about this is when you do this, it dispels your dots. That's one thing I found. So if you have UA, like a unstable affliction dot, it will do its effect. I don't remember if it still does damage, but it does silence you, which isn't a big deal, but it means you can't kill command, so I thought I'd mention that. Dragon Skill Armor is pretty good against Boomkin, Shadow Priest. You know, that sort of thing where their dots aren't as dangerous, but it's like, you can't do this because they don't have a melee. But for the most part, you could just go Sterile Tactics if it's like that sort of thing. Next, for the most part, I'd always recommend Wyvern Sting. I've been testing out, it's pretty good, and I'll explain to you soon. But it's like, it's annoying, but it's worth it to keep up on the healer. Like if you're training the healer, you combine this and your pet's mortal strike or vicious wounds, and they're gonna have a rough time healing. But you're also gonna want to use this even if you're not killing them, because like it's good against Rusted Druids, very good because they don't cast very much. And if they do, you can just kick them or something. So a lot of their stuff is instant. So you do this, and their healing is reduced by 30%, which is really good. Next up, I just unlocked Wild Protector, so I haven't tested it out too much, but I am really liking it. If you are playing with a melee, if you're playing with a melee against melee, I would definitely recommend Wild Protector, because you know, you and your teammate will be up, and there will be everyone. So this will reduce the damage they take by 15%. It's 8 yards, which is really small. I mean, but I still think it's worth it for the most part. Separation anxiety is never useful. It's a cool concept, I guess, but it's dumb. It's bad. But Beast of Wrath is really good too. But I really think the 15% damage reduction is solid. And this basically just reduces Beast of Wrath by 15 seconds. The other effects aren't very useful, especially if you're undead. Yeah. And next one, Go for the Throat, is amazing. I haven't gotten this one, so I haven't tested it out yet. I don't know if it'll actually be good. I don't. Because they removed Kill Shot, Go for the Throat is kind of like Kill Shot. It's pretty neat, and once it has 30%, you literally can just spam kill command over and over and over again, which is kind of fun. Dire Beast Hawk is pretty bad. I can sometimes mess around with this in like Battlegrounds, just because in Battlegrounds Go for the Throat it's pretty useless for the most part, and with this you can get a little more damage. But what happens is, I can't show you because I'm not in an arena or anything, but you literally put it, it's like Blizzard, you put it down somewhere and it stays there, so they can move out of it. So the minimal damage it does can be dodged. You know, as for your pets, Cunning, obviously, and you're gonna want, there's 2 different pets for Beast Mastery: Mortal Strike and Spirit Beast. Now, for the most part, you're gonna be wanting Mortal Strike, which, you know, is your favorite dinosaurs, especially this dinosaur, the Devilsaur. And then I said this in my last video too, but you also have Scorpions, Marsh Beasts, and Kunlai Ravens. They have Mortal Strike. There might be a few more, but I think that's the most part. And then you have Spirit Beasts, which unfortunately don't give you Mastery anymore, but they do have that heal, so if you want that, like if you're playing with a Warrior, I guess you could do it, so that way you could throw up that heal. Because if you're playing with a Warrior or an Assassination Rogue, it's not a big deal. Although I suppose if you're playing with Assassination Rogue, you know, you'd probably want them to play Deadly Poison. Okay. I guess we can go into the Burst, which is pretty simple. Like, I've been super kind of confused with Aspect of the Wild, because this is so bad. It's like the worst cooldown I've ever seen in my life. Like, the focus regeneration is nice, I do like that. But the 10% crit chance, it's like such a low number. It's like a really crappy version of Warrior's Recklessness. But I just, you know, use that when I burst. But for what I do is I open up, I Bestial Wrath, I Dire Beast, you know, to get that on cooldown, and then I Crows, Kill Command, Cobra Shot, Kill Command. So I'll show you here. Oh, well, I mean, I do this, this, and then this, just to get the crit. So Sentiment, Bestial Wrath, Dire Beast, Pass Aspect, Crows, that, and then just do this, then spam this until it runs out. Pretty much it, yeah. It's nothing fantastic. Pretty simple. And then you just want to use something cooldown. One thing to note is if this comes back on cooldown or you get a proc, but Bestial Wrath is almost off cooldown, I would recommend waiting, just so you can get the full benefit of Dire Beast. Oh hey, see that? Dire Beast reduction of the cooldown, which is really neat. I got this little thing. Alright, now let's talk about macros. You know, I have, you know, my focus kill, thank you for one away. My focus, what's it called? Counter Shot. Useful, very useful. All macros are, focus. I don't do arena, targets. Just because it saves space and it's a lot easier, and I think it's fine. So, I'll post these all in the description. And this is Wyvern Sting. It's literally the same thing. For this, I guess you don't really need stopcasting anymore, because I have a stopcasting map round to my mouse wheel. But I guess I had it this way because back in Worlds of Draenor you had Cobra Shot, which was a cast time, so you don't need to stop casting. It's not a big deal though, but you definitely want something that can stop cast. Because, like, let's say you're going against a Holy Paladin and you're not able to get, like, a stun or something on him first, which I do recommend. You know, what they'll do is they'll be able to Blessing a Sacrifice it, so that'll break your CC, so you're going to want to stop it. And this is you can do while casting, so there's no way to stop it unless you manually have a stop cast. And then Cobra Shot, which is the big one. This one I have, you know, so I can, you know, press G whenever I can, and get that Viper Sting on them, and get the healing reduction, which is really good. It's annoying, and that's why another reason why I thought why I like Dire Beast or Dire Stable, because of the additional focus. You definitely go focus starved. Now, aside, like when you're not in your burst mode, you know, you're not doing a whole lot of damage except with auto attacks, Kill Command, and Dire Beast. So wasting your Cobra Shots, you know, on the healer to make sure their heals aren't great. So, you know, I cast this, I don't know if it'll show it, yeah, because it's a PvP talent. Bam. And then next is another important one. Where is it? Oh god, where is it? Here we go, I think this is it. No, it's not that one. Here it is. It's a focus for Concussive Shot. I highly recommend it, because this way you can, I mean, it's not as useful as it used to be in WoD, because there's much to do, but with this you can help peel. You know, you can use this on Demon Hunters or Warriors and just permanently slow them down. If they have like a Disc Brisk or something, you can keep this on them as much as you can, and it'll be really easy to CC them, and it'll be more difficult for them to get a fear off, because they have a lot more difficult time getting the fears off on you, so I highly recommend that. Do I have any more macros? I don't really have a whole lot. Oh, I have the heal one, I guess I can show that too. This is just for a Spirit Beast. I have a Mouse Elf macro for it. And then I have this, which is just makes him focus, but I have Let me show you. Under my key bindings. I think it's under here? Or would it be under special? Targeting, probably, that makes sense. Let's see, a focus arena 1, 2, 3, I have it on my Naga. I would recommend using it somewhere you can switch. You know, I know some people like to do F1, F2, F3. I can't, my hands are small, so I have difficulty pressing those buttons, so I don't have them. I just have it on 1, 2, 3 on my Naga. And then for this focus shot, I have it Alt 1 or something. And that's pretty much it, I guess. There isn't a whole lot more I could say. I covered everything, I think. Although, like my last guide, I feel like I'm missing out on something. Oh yeah, Spider Sting. I forgot to talk about these two. Scorpion Sting, you want against melee. You know, this is great. Reduces their attack stuff. It's great for peeling, but recently I've been thinking maybe Viper Sting's better at all times, just because of the healing debuff. But if you're going against a class that casts a lot, and it's really difficult to keep this up, and they have melee, Scorpion Sting is really good. Like, Mistweaver is really annoying to keep it up on, and I think even Discs are too. So you can, this is great for peeling. And Spider Sting, I haven't tested this out yet really, but I can't imagine why you'd take this over one of the other two. Because I'm pretty sure this can be dispelled. Like, it's probably good. It's probably actually really good. I could be wrong. I have to play around with it more. But definitely keep an eye on that. Feel free to test that out yourself. I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, I think everything else, I guess for arena initiation could be okay. That might actually be better than quick shots. I don't know. I just feel like that permanent haste is kind of useful. And then I think that's about it. Well, yeah. Okay, so thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know below. Anyways, I hope I was able to help you out. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my main spec, so I've got a bit more knowledgeable compared to my Survival Hunter one, which I still think was pretty good, but it wasn't as, what's the word? I wasn't as confident about that one as I am this one, because this one is a lot simpler. So yeah, thanks you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Let's hope I didn't forget anything. Oh my god.